Proceed. Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine. Get some shine in here. You got to get some shine in your life. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Your host with the mostest, Mark Saint. Every morning I get a rise and shine into my life, and hopefully rise and shine into other people's lives, and that they may enjoy every aspect of their lives, where they get to a point where they can rise in their body and not feel any sort of restrictions or negativity, but be boundless with energy and actually looking forward to the day and can't wait to express life through their veins and skin and feels and vibe. And that's what it is. So that's what we're going to do this morning. Motivation. Let's go, Saints Addiction. Let's do this, shall we? Morning motivation, fresh out the shower, fresh with the water. You want to get the sunlight fresh on your skin. Real sunlight on your eyes versus the blue light of your phone. Big difference. Brush with your left hand. Tell yourself that you love you. Get them pearly whites going. Right? Right. Do your stretchings. Do your exercises. Make sure that you're fasting. Make sure that you're lasting. Make sure that you're eating fresh fruit, fresh sunshine, and fresh water. Let's get into it, shall we? Conflict resolution is something that we're all going to have to learn about. It sucks in life that it's not always so calm. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be loud, thunderous noises. There's going to be incongruencies, especially here in Thailand. Everything's incongruent. Nothing is symmetrical. It's not like Finland or Germany or one of these other countries. I'm trying to be closer. Everything's off. Everything. Same, but different. You might pay one fine. I might pay another. The rules are changed for everyone. Nothing. It's corruption, right? And in the midst of chaos, what do we do? What do? We get chaotic and we bounce into each other and we end up crashing into each other. And it sucks because most of us want the same things. We both have love in our lives. We got someone that we care about. We got something that we're looking forward to. I was looking at a child the other day at the restaurant, and the little girl got really animated for some water. But it's like us. Anything that we want and covet, like some water, you're going to act a little bit more up for it, right? You're going to light up. You don't have the words where you're like, that's what I want. And we learn wants and we learn needs very often in life, right? Early on, you get that, mommy, I want nipple, tit, milk, food, water, survival. We're grabby like that. We're needy little fuckers, right? And when we don't get what we want, and this is something that's dawned on me, people show you who they really are. Trust them when they show you who they really are. But also, people show you who they really are when they don't get what they want. Have you ever heard that term before? They show you who they really are when they don't get what they want. And it might be a child and you take their candy away. It might be a cop when they ask you for ID. It might be a buttload of fuckery. But to someone else, it might be really important. And conflicts arise. We tend to crash, and crush into each other violently sometimes. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be, but my new approach for someone that would put his horns in it and would not help with the fire, I would not run for water. I'd go find some gasoline and help you burn the fucking motherfucker down, bitch. Let's just get angry. Let's just burn. Somebody send me a screenshot. Have you never wanted to burn it? Just full on fire mode, fire sale, everything must go. Have you been so entranced and so frustrated that you said things that you don't mean? Like, Just leave and never come back. I never want to see your face again. I don't love you anymore. Fuck you. Just me? Okay. How about that life? Where you're not sitting here smoking weed with your shirt off in the jungle in Thailand. Chillaxed. Instead, I'll be all frustrated, pushed to my end, hot, bothered, and fucking frustrated, cracking my knuckles, frowning my face, clenching my teeth. Things change. We all change, bro. And it's so fucked up that we can't change as fast as it's happening. As soon as we get to some conflict, we need immediate almost resolution. It almost hijacks our whole fundamental plane. My anger was so bad, my temper would be off the rocker. If I felt indignated, an injustice, if I felt offended in any sort of way, my hairline trigger was ready to pop. And I didn't care if I was in public, like my cousin getting on a fight and fucking, I don't think he was leaving New Orleans, but he's from New Orleans, and someone started a fight, or they both fought each other on a plane, boarding it. They got kicked off. And there they be. You are now inconveniencing other people and yourself. Your ego leads the way. You're believing in fear. You're believing in fight. You're believing in flight. Well, not flight anymore. Huh? Shit, got kicked off the plane. Shit like that, bro. Where you're inevitably harming yourself. You're hurting your own journey. You know, I talk about it all the time in China when the journey was right in front of me, the next train, but I've been so pissed that I started to throw my own things, and nobody gives a shit. You will be taught by your anger, but will you notice your temper? Can you get out of a funk? Noticed it the other day. It was so crazy because you'll need some space between people, and you'll be like, yo, we are going to choke each other the fuck out. This bungalow is too small for the both of us, right? Like, you know, close coordination. It's almost like two dogs nipping at each other. And you know, you've probably been in a scenario where it was either a lover or a coworker. Maybe you worked at a small kiosk with somebody selling lemonade. I'm sure you guys were like, shut the fuck up. And if you've never been shut the fuck up annoyed, this channel's not for you. God bless you and your soul. May you continue into perpetuity into not knowing what I'm talking about. I hope that's your outcome. For the rest of us, nails on a chalkboard, bro. A cocaine come down. Like everything is just, you can't get right by this person or they can't get right by you. Everything they say is the wrong thing to say. Everything they do is the wrong thing to do. And if they do it again, just God, just so help me, I'm gonna fucking choke you. How frustrated can we get so fast? Fastly frustrated. The fast and the frustrated. That's what it is. The fast and the frustrated, because everything. I mean, at the end of the day, it could be my. I gotta get the mosquitoes off my back. The what you call it when you have like a cord and it's just stuck to something, and and that's what my stepdad used to say. He was like, if you're ever jumping out of an airplane, if you're ever jumping out of an airplane, grab onto a cord. It's for sure going to be wrapped around something, right? Like, it's for sure. And that's what frustration's like. I mean, it could be a fucking deadline. It could be someone not listening. It could be children. Children can be very frustrating, because they're just so free will, free spirited, and no consequences. And you're like, why you little? Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson. And we watched a father abuse a son, and we didn't think nothing of it. There's so much abuse out in this world that we almost not think of it. And the shame of it is that I started to mimic it. I learned it from my dad and my mom, and both of them, I guess, are guilty parties. Can't give one mercy and not the other, and you can't give all the blame to one without the other. And but for sure, abuse, and I'm sure it was taught to them by their parents, and it'll happen to our loved ones, which is a real insidious thing. As an abuser and a former abuser and former narcissist, or I like to think I'm a recovering narcissist. I'm a recovering addict, and what else would I guess technically label myself? Reformed abuser. I don't use violence anymore. It's not even thirsty anymore. So it's kind of like alcohol on that level to me. Like I don't even crave it. I mean, sometimes a good beer is a good beer, but it's like a rare air, and it's not my celebration for my birthday or anything. Um, I still like the taste of beer, but I don't drink beer. I still like the taste of violence, but I don't drink violence. And to say this with my friend the other night when he was turning 52, shout out to Adam this morning. It was his birthday. And when we were sitting this about a week ago, with his real birthday, but a week or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about fighting and how sometimes men need to fight. It's like Fight Club. You need to let out the testosterone. You need to let out the frustration. Either fuck it out or fight it out or fix the topic, right? Like build a mechanical thing, maybe rebuild an engine. You got to let your mind loose. And I don't know how women do it. I'm sure that's why they talk to each other so much, and I'm sure that's why they do crafts and art, because their mind is just so much. Lord knows this is what the conflict I'm talking about, but finish the story. I was trying to tell you. I forgot. Got high. Oh, Fight Club frustrations and how men have to fight it out, and sometimes he like a good fight, and he's 52, 55 years old, and he can't really be fighting that more much, and sure he's getting on them, but he's also drunk and probably assaulting innocent victims at this point. Just to keep it real, I love you, Adam, but that's the truth. And these people don't even know they're about to get into a fight or even feeling like fighting, and then he finds a way to fight people, and it just gives him an adrenaline rush, or to let him know he still got it. But there's something primitive about it, something primitive about someone having their forearm against your forehead, and you're trying to get in the rib, or something very primitive about fighting for your life or putting it on the line. Something very honest about it too, because you don't know someone until you fuck them or fight them. I say that all the time. It's the most intimate thing. Why do you think people get so close to each other's face before they fight? It's very intimate. You're exposing almost your whole body, almost fully naked, and all your fears and all your hopes are shared with one person, and you think about the person all the fucking time, and you're about to have this one moment in time where you're about to express each other fully, honestly, and completely. And it's like fucking and fighting. The pageantry of it, of everybody fucking or fighting, the celebration of coming out with your outfit on and your helmets and crowns and robes, and you make a big deal out of it, and you make even bigger deal out of it when someone gets knocked out. That extinction of energy so fast, that release, that cum shot, that that cream pie, that knockout. These are all things that I don't know. I think we're waiting for this climax, all of us, and climaxing is a trip, because it's like you get from nothing to something, and there's where there was no energy, right, is now a lot of energy. And if that's not a climax, if that's not a skyrocket, if that's not a gradual gain and plane of incline, I don't know what else is for the human experience to walk around, almost like going from hungry to fed. Like you go from this real big pain and something's not working to satiation and everything's all right. Or is it climax in sex that you get all pent up and sexual frustration and you can finally let it release, and just be satiated and be at peace. Is all this fake oxytocin, like when you hug somebody and you feel safe? And none of these cost any money, and all of them make us very healthy. You're very much more likely to live longer if you're having healthy sex, if you're expressing yourself in a very communicative way and not a combative way. We're talking about easy lives. I mean, people move here from all over the world. This old couple wants to live here. because it's a little retirement community. You just hang your clothes out, you get your little washer and dryer, you do a couple loads of laundry, you know, you got your TiVo or whatever the fuck people watch out here, and you stay inside. Everywhere else has a roof, and all you need is good weather, good food outside, and it's a nice place to live most of the time. And so is it in Finland too. You know, summertime, and my friends are still calling me, and I still got friends there, and I'm always going to have friends and family in Finland, and I'm always going to have my brothers in Turkey, even though they be bastards, and in Spain I met them, even though they be cocky, and Thai, even though they be shady. But you know, it's just what it is. You know, friends all over the world. I met some good ones. My Scotland friends are in London, and they're just like that. You snap your fingers, and boom, bap, you're right back into that lifestyle. You can be wearing the t-shirt. You can go from pulling the plugs at a bar to wearing a t-shirt doing some coding in an office building like at Google. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? The best and the brightest are floating around there, and I'm rubbing elbows with them. I can't be more grateful or enviable or helpful that these guys are showing up, coming to Thailand, chiming in from London, putting their brains on it, being able to get me into whatever it takes to get successful. It's kind of like my last gas. I'm down to my like last 100 domain names, and I'm gonna see if I can make something happen, man. Cats on shirts. Let's let it ride, bro. Like, if we can make some income off of these websites, that would be dope. And then we just let it roll in for some more advertising and make some more dolo and some YOLO, you know. So I hope it works. I hope everybody just jumps all over it, and we do 10,000 profit, net profit, not gross, net after taxes, after all the shirts are made, 10 grand in hand every month from all these websites, all this work. Man, if that's not the opposite of conflict, you know, I think of what your boy Bradley Cooper said. He was interviewed by, what's some chick's name? Fucking Barbara Walters or some shit, right? And she's like interviewing him, and he's like, by the way, I just saw Bradley Cooper interviewing Robert De Niro on that talk, and he was like, "You did this thing, it was a nervous tick." He's like, "Did you do that on purpose?" And he asked Robert De Niro that. And it's like, that's a really good question. So he obviously takes acting seriously. And he also took it seriously enough to quit drinking at 29 years old. And Barbara Walters is interviewing him. And he's like, I wouldn't even be here interviewing with you right now. You'd be interviewing someone else. I wouldn't be able to have conversations with myself. I wouldn't be able to have conversations with my friends. I definitely wouldn't have been able to have the relationships that had connections to you. I wouldn't have been able to foster any of these relationships if I was drinking still. And I'm sure you guys can go see the interview about Bradley Cooper not drinking, 29 years old, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can go watch the YouTube video yourself. But man, is he not resolute on the fact that, yeah, man, if you're not shooting holes in your canoe, if you're not self sabotaging and always kind of coming up with ways and excuses of why things don't work, it will be true. It will be true. And if it's true to me, it's true to you. It's got to be true to yourself. And if you're true to yourself, you can see if you're feeling a vibe a certain type of way. I know I'm waking up in a jungle and I feel okay. I feel like I got a pep in my step, and I'm like, hey, got my weed, got my life. Yeah, I love my life, right? Um, but there's also been times when it's been rainy, no sunshine, and you don't feel so happy inside, right? I got summer on the inside. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're in a place where you're like, man, today feels a lot like yesterday, and why does it always feel the same? Or oh shit, I'm back in the cubicle. I'm back inside the box within the box. You know, there's a lot of people that feel that way. I reach out to everybody every day from all locations. I was in the box in Finland, and now I'm in the jungle in Thailand, and who knows where I'll be next. But I do like to be inside me, aligned and balanced and understanding. I'm realizing that some of my entitlements have caused conflicts that I didn't see. She was like, Mark, I understand you, but you don't understand me. And it's true, I didn't understand her. That she wanted me to buy someone a drink, even though I don't buy drinks and I don't drink alcohol. That's caused a lot of conflict between some Thai people. They just misunderstood me. They're like, who are you if you're not drinking like everyone else? And I'm like, I guess I'm the 1.0.1%. I guess I'm the 1% that doesn't drink and doesn't need to be on booze all the fucking time. I ain't trying to be here all pickled. I'm trying to be here all hydrated. Instead of frustrated and constantly try to catch up. My first texted me at IPO. I said, I'm so hungover. I was like, you just wasted a whole day. I can't give up days like that. I don't know how many days I got left to live. I just don't, bro. Time is important. It's invaluable. I got to do something with my time, and that's why I've been digging with these guys, talking with my Google guys, talking with my other guys daily about the websites, trying to get this thing launched, get my hat wrapped around it, make something happen, bro. Just fucking get touchdowns every day, make shit happen in a major way every day, get touchdowns, make it happen, make myself happen instead of myself get frustrated. I put so much energy into frustration and depression and misunderstandings, and why don't people like me, and why is my vibe off, and what did I do to deserve that? And now it's on some, what can I be doing? What can I fucking get done? What did I promise to do today? It's Monday through Friday. What's up? Today's Friday, Oasis pool party, but what's up? What can be done? How can the game be won? How can I be one with myself? You know? How do I defuse and de escalate? How do I take my name out of people's mouths? How do I stop being the topic of discussion? If I'm not so offensive, if I stop going to the bars that they're not so welcoming, I guess they can stop talking about me. Or maybe they keep talking about me at those bars, but I just stopped going. It wasn't like I wanted to go. Fuck these people and their bad attitudes. There's some mean ties, there's some nice ties. And look at me and my conflict resolution. I'm already on some fuck those people. I'm like, fuck people that they don't jive with, bro. You're not here to win every fucking vote. You're not gonna get 100% of the vote. No one does. And unless you're Vladimir Putin, dropping bombs. But shots fired, man. Nobody's getting 100% approval rate of anything. There are people that are going to disagree, and that's fine with that. I don't have to go to their bars. They can keep talking shit about me too, bar to bar. I need to be laptop to laptop. My homie's flying all the way to Koh Lipi, Koh Tao, then back to Koh Cham. I can't wait. We're going to be touching laptops, getting things straight, making sure that we can launch some shit. I'll be letting you know. I'll be coming your way. Dude, get back in this game. A hop, skip, and a jump away from winning in this life. And that's what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna fucking win in this life. We're gonna fucking make it happen. And make it happen all day. Be able to fucking do something. And make it fucking be something instead of be a frustration, instead of being anger, instead of it coming inside of us and boiling over. My conflict resolution is to you, and my Saints addiction switch was to just get busy with that anger. Maybe start hitting the heavy bag. Maybe you need to go out for an immediate walk. Maybe you need a breather. Maybe you don't even have that much time. Maybe you need to drop and do 10 right off the bat, right? Like drop and give me 20. Drop and give me 20, right? Like I don't want to be that disciplined, but give yourself that kind of discipline, like quick 20 push-ups, and you're kind of hard pressed to be so frustrated about the next thing. I'll tell you what, after that girl attacked me with my nephew on the phone, I had so much adrenaline in me. My next workout was fabulous, by the way. A frustrated workout is a fabulous workout. I'll have you know. The gains, the feels, the tingles, the release, the outlet. It's such a great outlet to be on underneath your frustrations and exercise the demons or the resistance training and just let it out. like Jean-Claude Van Damme at this point. Your boy's getting shredded. I'm just gonna keep losing the weight. Stop eating these hamburgers. Stop eating these sugars. Stay on the fucking diet. Stay on the fasting. Stay on the hydration. Hydration over frustration, baby. We need to start making t-shirts. Hydration over frustration. For reals. We get drink some water. Go for a walk. Play piano. Fucking do anything creative with your mind that you want to ever in your life. That's on your want list. Again, baby wants it that bad. You're gonna want something that bad, and then instead of sitting there arguing with your lover, don't you have something better to be doing? Instead of arguing with your coworker, don't you have a project to finish? Instead of gossiping with the locals, coworkers, fiancés, whoever, bro, should you be chopping it up in the woods? I love being in nature. It doesn't care about time. It doesn't care about personalities. Your story and your ego, long gone, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations ago. That probably that same tree has seen your whole family grow. And you're so intertwined with your own world that you forget that's such a big world, and there's such a wide jungle and vast oceans and a big island and big world. Friends are flying all over. They're landing in Finland. They're landing in London. You're just like, whoa, what the fuck? Within 24 hours, you could be on the other side of the world, no problem. Okay. And a whole different environment, whole different mentality, whole different objective, and whole different obstacles, man. So don't be taking life so seriously. Take your discipline seriously. Take your goals seriously. I'm sure you have something to focus on other than social media, other than your phone, for real though. And that's on my heart from the start. I just kept getting so frustrated, bro. It was hard for me to not want to jump in and give a piece of my mind and tell people I really feel I'm pretty good with the words and the wordsmith. I'm pretty good with talking that shit too. And then I realized that I wasn't quite listening. That seemed to be the hard part. But everybody wants to be heard. Why not let them speak their piece? You don't always have to have the last word. You don't have to instigate. You don't have to throw fire on it. You can even say you're right. You can even say I'm wrong. You can say I'm sorry. You can say I love you. You can say my bad. You can say my good. I know, miss, you miss. You know. Shout out to Kochong 7 Korean barbecue. I saw the 500 baht. I would have been over that way for reasons. But yeah, man. Conflict resolution's a motherfucker, bro. You gotta start with yourself. If you let people get to you, they will get to you. And if you want to stoop so low, they'll stoop with you. Remember, misery loves company. There's some people that got nothing to lose, like in jail. They don't give a fuck. Jail, everybody's trying to fuck with you. And poke and prod, and it's inhumane, and it's not cool, and it's unfortunate, but it's true, and that's why it's one of my platforms talk about incarceration, because it brings the worst out of people, let alone small spaces, let alone relationships. You will find conflict, but you will have to find resolution, whether it's traffic and road rage, relationship and love, timeouts in space, bro. It's all there for the taking. And it's up to us. It's up to us. And I hope that you find it, because it leads to an effortless life, effortless life, the effortless ease. Not so much panic, not so much static, not so much bullshit. And I know you know what I mean. So, it's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, please like, share, and subscribe below. I'm the shirtless shirt addict. I'm definitely a frisbee addict. Get your Thunderbird glide. I should be selling these shortly on my website. Saints Addiction Frisbees, you're welcome. Peace of mind, exercise, outdoor living. Get some. It'll save you from depression. Peace, love, Jigathon, and see you on the other side, man. Fear, excuses, the world.